Hi, my name's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be testing out some new products I received. I'm super excited, so please like and subscribe. Let's get started. So I have been testing out and wearing the Milky Conceal and Perfect, which we all know it's my favorite primer that I use pretty much every day. But their new stick foundation. I've never tried a stick foundation besides this one, so I was super excited to try it. I've been wearing it almost every other day or so, give and takes. There's another foundation I've been trying, and so I'll go ahead, I'll put it on, give my thoughts, and then I'll come back later on at the end of my day and show you how everything looks. So I have that. Then the NYX Buttermelt bronzer in the shade All Buttad Up. Sorry. I got that. And then what else? Oh. So I got the Revlon, the Super Lustrous lip. I got Spiced Wine and Nude Illuminator. So I have those to try out. I do have one of the old formulas when it was in the black case. Where is it in my drawer? Oh, it's right here in front of me. When it was in the black one, and this one is Glossed Up Rose. They don't have this shade anymore because they brought back some of the old shades and then they launched some new ones. So this is one of the old ones they did not re-release, and so but it's pretty much they just repackaged it in the white packaging. I got that, like, it was the last one because everyone went crazy for it like a year or so ago. It got all crazy on TikTok, you know how that goes. But let's get started. So I've already primed my face. I use my go-to primers. I use my Embryolisse primer, moisturizing primer, my Milky Conceal and Perfect, of course, and then my Wet n Wild primer, Serum, Hydrate for underneath my eyes. When I'm trying new stuff, I like to use primers I already know and love and know how they react with my skin, so I can give a better kind of idea on what, you know, how it looks. So I'm just going to, of course, add my color corrector because of my beautiful under eye circles that I got. So I'm just going to let that sit. But I did get shade 3 Light Natural. Now, I was debating between getting this Milky one and then the ColourPop one that came out. But I was ordering from Target, and Target didn't have the full line available. So the color that I feel like would work best with my skin, they didn't have it, and I didn't really want to order from ColourPop and all that stuff. It was just easier to order from Target, so I was already making an order. And then watching and kind of reading different descriptions, I thought this would work best with my skin. So I have used this already. Now it does come with this little seal on top, and thank goodness it put a direction because it says replace clear inner cap after every use. Now, if you remember, Fenty came out with their stick. People were throwing away the little topper and not knowing it needed to stay there to keep it sealed so it wouldn't dry out. And I guess Milky kind of learned from that and put a little sticker here. Now you can take the sticker off because I know it needs to stay on there, but keep this cap. And then also I noticed the inner side of this cap has this like white little seal. I guess just to keep it even more sealed. And so they thought about it. They kind of learned. I don't know if they learned from Fenty or this was already being pretty much produced and designed and all that, but I'm glad they did. So I am let you know I am not a full coverage girly. I like a light to at the very max medium coverage. So this is great for me. So I'm gonna apply. Now it looks pretty light on my skin, but once I blend it in with the rest of my skin, it matches. And plus, it's the matching of the neck's the biggest part. Because, you know, we all get a little flesh, you know, a little rosy on our cheeks. Now today, also, I forgot to mention, my husband was so sweet, and I had this set of brushes in my Amazon list for a while, the Jessup brushes. And so I got them in. I got them in last night. I like came home from work, and he's like, I got you something. And I was like, oh, really? What? And he's like, it's on the stairs. So I saw it. I was like, oh, I'm going to so put this in my video tomorrow. So this is kind of like the foundation brush. It's the whole little set he got me, which I'm super appreciative and I love. And I wanted to try them out because brushes can be expensive. And there's times that I'm like, let me get my words correct. I appreciate and I love my higher end brushes. Like, this is my favorite foundation brush. Rose and Ben was on Good Morning America, I think like 2 weeks ago, on the Deals and Steals. And that was one of the brushes, and another one of her brushes, this little tiny one, was on there for 50% off, so I got it. Even though I have tons of brushes just from when I used that BoxyCharm and just collecting them, and I try to every now and then, I'll go through them, and if I have friends that are like, hey, I need some brush ideas, I'll just give it to them if they want it. But I don't have anyone to give anything to up here. I don't really know anyone, and the people I do work with are not makeup people. This one was not, I'm not 100% about blending this in with the stick. Maybe I'll try this again with a liquid, but I just found it was a little hard because I like to press in my product. I found like I couldn't really press it in. Maybe I let it sit there too long. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I just let it sit there too long because I was talking about the brushes. So I'm just adding just a little bit more. I don't like to, if I'm adding more foundation, I don't really like to add too much right here because I'm already going to put blush and bronzer and stuff like that there. So it's going to end up covering that up anyway. So why add more product to my face if I'm about to apply something else there? And I don't like to put too much product right here because I have a beautiful crease right there that sometimes, I guess if I'm having a day and I'm making a face a lot, like the face, it will start to kind of collect there. So I try not to put too much product there. But I think it's a really pretty foundation. Now, I did have an issue. Sometimes my chin gets really dry and I get dry skin there from my acne medication. I did find if I was having an issue with my skin with the dryness and the patchiness, this did grip on to those dry flakes. Now I did do my, my glycolic pads the other night to make sure all of that is gone. So I haven't had a problem in a couple days with the flakiness. So we'll see today. So I have everything kind of pushed in. And like I said, I don't like a full coverage. I just like to kind of even out my skin tone. But I don't see really any dryness. And I do have a little bit of, it's a little right here. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to look in my screen behind my phone. I film on my phone because I don't, this is like, as you could tell, super new. I literally only have 19 subscribers. I cannot afford to go out and buy a camera, so I use my cell phone. Thank goodness Samsung has really nice cameras. So, but this is a little bit here. I'll just keep an eye on that. So my next thing I'm going to do is my bronzer. I'm just going to make up my Makeup Revolution bronzer. And what brush am I going to use? Not that one. I should have probably taken all these out. And don't throw these away. These are great to keep. So when you're traveling with your brushes, you just slip them back over your brushes and it keeps them from getting all messed up in your travel bag or whatever. So I always keep these because they just, you know, they're better to keep your brushes intact. I don't think I have a brush that I think would be good for that. I don't feel like I do. I mean, I guess my foundation brush would be good. I'll try it. So I'm just going to use my same foundation brush, which I usually never do, but I just want to keep forgetting how pigmented this cream bronzer is. And plus, when I had bought it, I was still living in Florida, so I was a lot tanner. So I gotta be like soft. Gotta be gentle. Even though this is light, it's very pigmented. I just gotta be a little more cautious with my application and how much I put on. I'm just gonna put just a touch here. It's not a contour shade whatsoever. It's very much warm. But I just like to add something, some kind of dimension here. And I'll kind of just bring it up just a little bit, so it's not such a stark contrast between the two. Alrighty, now I am going to apply some blush. I got these little Rare Beauty blushes, and I got Hope and Virtue. I got them out of the holiday box. Not 2024 holiday, but 2023. I like this smaller one because these things are so dang pigmented that I'm like, I almost need this smaller applicator so I don't mess up. I really like these. I am going to use, I think this brush. This would be a good brush. I want a more neutral-y color. So that's why I mixed the really cool tone pink and the little warmer color. I'm going to add just a tiniest bit more of that color Hope to the apples, because when in doubt, add more blush. My husband's like, you do really like blush. I'm like, yes, I do. I think blush can kind of just change up a lot, and depending on the tone of blush, you could just use blush, or also the tone of bronzer, you could just use bronzer. I just love it so much. Alright, so I got that on. I haven't used these in a while, that's why I pulled them out. And I was going to use contour, but I just don't feel like it today. Now I'm going to add my favorite go-to concealer. I know I use it all the time, but you know what? It works. I always do look at trying a new concealer, but I'm like, man, it really works. Do I really want to? And I have to use my regular concealer brush. Do I really want to keep like trying? Concealers can be very finicky due to my lovely lines under here. So I try to not go to, you know, try to like to not waste my money on the concealer. I should try to go to the Sephora and see if they can give me like the little sample in the little jar. Do they still do that? Remember they used to do that before COVID? I don't know if they do that anymore. But I wouldn't know which one to try. Maybe like the Tower 28 one. That would probably be a good one to try, because I am a little drier on my under eyes. People really like that one. We'll see. The Sephora sale's coming up, so I'm going to start kind of looking to see what I kind of been eyeing and looking at and kind of get it ready. I love the Sephora sale because Sephora is expensive. And I just have to like try to justify spending that money when I know I have so much other makeup. Cause dang, that concealer is just so good. I got a hair. Darn you, hair. This concealer is just so dang good. I'm glad I, you know, went ahead and got it. But, alright, concealer done. I'm really liking this. Of course, I will always add a powder, blush, and bronzer on top of everything. That's just the way I do. Alright, now I'm going to just set it. So, no matter what, with it, oops, sorry, any base day, usually, I will set with powder, set with setting spray. So, I'm doing my normal routine. I'm usually always at work, and what I do is I cut hair. I do mostly men's cutting, so there is hair flying everywhere from the clippers. I literally leave work with like, it looks like a 5 o'clock shadow because it's just hair all over my face. And I try to like clean up between clients, but sometimes I'm just so dang busy. Only time I get to like sit down or do anything or reapply anything or touch up anything is on my 30-minute lunch break, and that is it. So, you know, I'll like take a towel or whatever, or a neck strip, you know, that, you know, goes around to protect your neck from the cape, you know, if I've used a cape once. But I'll use that to try to brush away hair. So I need everything to kind of like stay in place. So now I'm going to set with my powder. I go to Mario. I'm going to tap out if I have any creasing or product buildup. I use the warmth of my fingertips to kind of go in. And I like to use my fingertips because it's softer. I'm going to grab my little, this is a little Milky brush from like years ago. Need a little more powder. And I'm just going to kind of work that powder within my brush. And then gently pat it underneath the eye. And I always put the majority of the powder down here, and then I work my way up. Because the less amount of powder around that creasing area is the best. And plus, if you put eyeshadow there anyway, why do you need to bring your concealer all the way up to your lash line if you're already going to put like a pigment there? Because sometimes the pigment underneath your eyes can actually help with, you know, the actual eye look. Give it dimension. I love how I'm wearing a white shirt. I'm like, be careful, be careful. Usually I get ready in my robe because I'm not ready to put on pants and stuff. But for YouTube, I try to put on clothes. Except for one video, I did shoot in my robe because it was before work. And it's kind of hard to shoot a YouTube video right before work because all my clothes for work, even though you wash them, it takes so much for hair to come out of clothes, and a lot of time the clipper hair just really does not want to come out, and I'm itchy even when I put them on clean clothes. So I try not to have to put on my work clothes until right before I gotta leave to go to work. Some people might be like, weird, but it is what it is. If you do men's hair, that clipper hair goes everywhere. Okay, now I'm just going to use my little Wet n Wild powder with a big fluffy brush. I'll work that in. Now I'm just going to set here. So I always set my face. Always. It's a nice, great powder. I was thinking about they came out with a pink one, and I was thinking about getting the pink, but I don't need more powder, so I'm not going to do it. And then I can very lightly just go over my bronzers, whatever was left in that powder brush, which is not much at all. And let's see, I think this would be a good bronzer brush. So I'm going to use the NYX Buttermelt bronzer. It's a really pretty color. It's more of a cool rosy tone to it, which I kind of like since that cream bronzer has a good bit of warmth to it. I'm just going to kind of, because this is super pigmented, I'm just going to kind of dab, and then I'm going to use that over my super like warm bronzer to kind of you know, cool it down just a little bit. I really like this bronzer, but it is super pigmented. I don't know about traveling with it, because I heard a lot of people when they ordered this online, it came broken, just because it is very soft like butter. But I wouldn't travel with this at all. This would be a very much a home bronzer. All right, let's nipple that in. And then I'm going to do my favorite thing, where I'm just going to take a fluffy brush, use that bronzer, and I throw that into my crease. I'm going to do a super simple eye today. I got to go to Target. I gotta go buy a gift bag to put a birthday present in. My son got invited to a birthday party. I have to work, so my husband's taking him, which I'm like, yes. No offense, but I'm just, it's at one of those bounce places where it's like so loud. Sometimes I just squeeze this and go back into my bronzer. Those places are just so loud and hectic. It's like, it's a lot for me. And unfortunately, it will be a lot for my husband, but I had to take him to the last one and deal with it. So it's his turn, and I have to work anyway. We take turns here in this family. He'll have his headphones in anyway on the like noise, not noise canceling, but it's just so it's not so loud. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is my brows. I know I need to color them soon, but I'm waiting just 1.5 more weeks. So they'll be freshly done, so I can go see my best friends in California. I'm super excited. And I try to figure out what in the world I'm gonna pack. What's the weather gonna be like? Because it's kind of like shorts in the daytime, I think, and then jeans at night. And I'm like, oh great. Well, at least I don't have to bring a jacket. Just a hoodie. We're literally just gonna sit on the couch, eat, watch movies together. That's it. I have no big plans. She is gonna take me to like a cool area to go thrifting. I love thrifting. She has, of course, LA, like great places. Oh, this is the NYX Lift and Snatch. She has great places in LA, so she's gonna take me to this one street that I guess is just full of thrift stores. Oh my god, I drank too much coffee this morning. My hands are shaky. That was rough. That was rough. This is not my best eyebrow day, but you know what? I'm going to Target, and then maybe I'll stop at Marshall's because it's literally like right there also. I like to look at the shoes, but yeah. They're cousins. They're not even sisters, they're cousins. Thick It, Stick It, and Taupe. But we're gonna go thrifting, probably just walk over to the near little shopping area to go have lunch maybe once or so, but I just want to hang out with her and just sit and talk. I have no one up here besides my husband. I love him to death, but I know he gets tired of it's just not the same. He is my best friend, truly, but it's not the same. All right, so for my eyes today, I am going to use this e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick in Thrift Shop. And now I'll have that song stuck in my head about popping tags, good old Macklemore. I was just talking to a client the other day about that. So we were talking about, remember, like, God. So when we were stationed in Wilmington, that's when the Thrift Shop song came on, and like it was like crazy everywhere, and everyone had the Macklemore haircut, we called it. Everyone came in for that. Now everyone comes in, all these teenagers come in for the mullet, the llama we call it, where it's really clippered on the side, and like they go get perms now and they perm the front here so it looks like a llama. And then the other one is the broccoli, where it's clipper all over, but the curls are all over the top, dude. And kids are getting perms. Like, boys are getting perms. And, oops, too much. So, it's an interesting time in the hair. This is the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Foils in Milky Way. This is legit stars. So, always put it on a palette first, or on your hand or something, because, and you just need a tiny, like this is gonna be way too much. I could have used half of that. And then I am going to take, I need a smaller brush. Ooh, my new brushes, totally forgot. I need, ooh, this one be, I feel like I need, this one. This is gonna be a great brush with my tiny little eyes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that onto that brush, tap out anything, and these things, they stick. And I'm gonna put this right in the middle of my eye. Oh, I could use some on this side too. Try to take some of that, move some over here. Okay. They do dry down though. I'm gonna take just a tiny bit more off that palette to use over here. If you want a more scattered look, you kind of just, you can also like take it in your hands, but I'm going to take a little bit of my finger. Kind of press over that a little bit. Take some of that away because I kind of went a little heavy-handed. But these are so pretty. There have so many of her colors. Ooh, I want to look crazy on this side. We'll make it work. We'll pull it up on this side too. I have so many of her colors back here. I'm going to take that big fluffy brush I use with my bronzer, and I'm going to kind of push that, kind of work that in. Nice, pretty effect. I'm going to use a little bit more of my bronzer. I guess I could have used another one of those brushes, but I'm just going to kind of stipple this right here. Stipple that right there. Super pretty. I got the song stuck in my head. Okay. So that's going to be pretty much it for the eyes, like eyeshadow wise. Now I'm just going to do some liner. I love this liner from this color, this Makeup Forever color in Dismal Dark Brown. I'm just going to throw this right on my lash line down here. This will not stay in your waterline. It will not stay in your waterline. So I'm throwing it on my lash line. And then I'll just take my finger and kind of just buff that out a little bit. And I'll throw a little bit of this just on my lash line up here. Just trying to give my eyelashes some support. A little more depth. I want a little crazy on this outer corner, so let me push it. A little depth. Eyelash curler Shiseido. Dude, my hands are so shaky. It's my fault. I hurry up and down my last cup of cold brew right before coming on. Me and my husband make our own cold brew coffee. It's so freaking easy. Saves us so much money. It's better on your gut and your teeth. He drinks his cold. I can't do that. I'll put my cold brew coffee in one of my mugs and then warm my mug up in the microwave. This is a little black eyeliner because can stay on the waterline. Look, I'm not being precise with this look today. Just kind of throwing stuff on. It's a very throw on stuff today. This L'Oreal. My lashes are growing back very slowly on my right eye. Oh man. I'm gonna have to use a little comb to get some of that out because it's a little clumped together right there. Just a tiny bit on my lower lash line. Try not to yawn. Alright, so my other product I was trying out is these Revlon lips. I have one I'm definitely going to wear today and one I'm just going to kind of show you. This one I'm just show you is Spiced Wine. Really pretty color. I'm not great at these swatches, so really pretty. And I don't have too pigmented of lips, so I got it on my teeth. Really pretty. It's almost like my lips, but a little more pigmented. I mean, I guess I can wear it, but I want to wear the other one because this has a little warmth and everything else is kind of cool. Super soft. It's one of these that I could swatch the whole line and not, you know, have my lips falling off. The other one is Nude Illuminator. Illuminator, not Eliminator. This does have a little of a sparkle to it. So, it's a very pretty soft lipstick. Oh, let me swatch it for you. And that is right there. So, when I got this in, actually, I have a little dupe for you. I was like, man, this reminds me of something that I just bought. Because then I had went out and spent the money and got MAC lipstick and thinks it's MAC. Because everyone talks about it. I did a reel on this. But I don't know if anyone on here has goes to my Instagram or anything. So I'm showing you. So this is Nude Illuminator from Revlon. Across my knuckles, of course. And this is thinks it's MAC. There is a little difference, but on my lips, you cannot tell a difference whatsoever. So, I'm going to take this off on this side. And I'm going to put thinks it's MAC on that side. Thinks it's MAC, Revlon. I bought the same dang lipstick. It's definitely not my first time. Definitely not my last. Now, I have to say, Revlon is super soft. Very, not lip glossy, but very soft. MAC is not as soft, which will probably last longer. But, and I even wrote down, it's on my, oh wait, it's still right here. I saw my notes right here. So Revlon is $10 and it's 0.15 ounces. And MAC was $27 at Ulta and is 0.1 ounces. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do. But just wanted to show you. I think today I need to wear the MAC to get my uses of it since I spent the money. I'm just going to throw on my lifter liner on it. Throw that on. And then I'll throw, thinks it's MAC on, even though I was showing you the Revlon one, but I kind of need to wear this and get my money's worth. Even though I could have really saved my money and just bought the Revlon, but, you know, I won't return it because there's nothing wrong with it. It was just my mistake, and I don't want it just to be thrown out and put out in the waste. So I'm going to use it. Alright, so I'm going to draw you in with my camera so you can see a close-up of my skin a little more. Whoa. So this is my skin. And right now it's, what time is it? It's saying 10:55. And this is my skin. Super close. Oh, a hair. Hold on. There we go. That's it. I need to push this down from my putting on that cream shadow stick. Let me pull you back out. Bam. Let me add a little bit. I'm going to use my little Stila powder, little powder puff. I'm going to kind of work that into my skin up here just a little more. Push that underneath my eye. Since I put that cream shadow stick, I also don't want that mascara to transfer down onto my skin because of that cream shadow stick. I'm just going to put a little bit more too right here. So this is the Milani with, of course, my powder setting spray. And I said it was like 10:55 or something. It is not a rainy day here. Of course, it's not hot. It's Seattle. I did set it with powder in my setting spray. So this is it. I like a nice light coverage. So you can build it up. I have built it up and it looked great. It lasted just as long as I would light coverage, but I'm a light coverage girly. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this here, and then I'll come back tonight right before I wash my face and show you how everything looks and finish up the video. And I'm sorry it won't be long. So, but you have a great day. I'll see you in a bit. All right. And I'm back. So it's about 7:15 now. I'm done with my day. I'm ready to go wash my face and wrap everything up in my house. So the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. It's a good stick foundation. It's the only stick foundation I ever used, but I still think it's a good foundation and it's convenient that it's a stick. I'm gonna bring you in so you can see my skin a little more. There we go. So on my chin, the foundation is completely gone. On my nose, it's also completely gone. You can kind of see like that it's kind of a little patchy right there. I don't know where that scratch came from. It's probably playing with my dog. I got a little something in my one right there. It's supposed to be a lightweight moisturizing hydration foundation, and it does not emphasize, I don't have any dry patches today. It has not emphasized any of that, but it is gone. in those areas. We are getting pollen back here in Seattle, so I have been like blowing my nose, so I'm not gonna be too harsh on my nose. But the chin's gone. I've eaten Chinese food. I just ate dinner. I of course had chips. But you know, ran errands, but nothing crazy today, mostly inside, but that's about it. It is a good foundation stick from the drugstore. It really is. Is it something that I'll repurchase? No, but I did. So I took the cap off and I was kind of twisting it up to see how much. Now I've used this like, you know, probably this was my 4th time. So I was like, how much is in here? And so I kind of like twisted it all the way up, and that's it right there. Now, I have used this a couple times, but I don't use a ton. But I was like, okay. So it's not like, I feel like some foundations I have, it like lasts forever. I don't know if it's with all foundation sticks. Like I said multiple times, this is my first foundation stick ever using. I don't know, do people go through foundation sticks faster? But I could tell I'm gonna probably go through this pretty fast. Am I gonna repurchase? No, I don't think I will. There'll be something else that comes out that I want to try, the next best thing, you know. So I am going to try to use it up, and I really think I can now. But that's about it. I mean, I like it. I don't love it. I won't rebuy it, but I am going to use it. So, but that's everything for today. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any requests, please also leave them in the comments below. Or if you just want to say hi, I also really love that too. So, but thank you so much for stopping by. Sorry this was a long one, and I'll try to do better on my timing. But you have a great night. Bye.